go, 'cause your love is what I want, babe. You know that I wanna stay this way forever.
How are you?
I'm well, in yourself.
Good. How old are you?
36.
So what's the disagreement?
I don't really disagree with you. Here's the deal that I have, though. Like, I think that I fit into the whole entire category that you've talked about beforehand, where you stated, in your teens or 20s, I'm sorry, to go ahead and get married. I did that. I got married. I had a kid. I have one son to my ex-husband, but obviously it didn't work out, and it didn't work out for numerous reasons. But the deal breaker was he had 2 children on me, and I didn't know how to handle that at that time. So now I'm 36.
Two children while you guys were married?
Yes. Well, I found out about them after we were married. So we were engaged when he impregnated them, but I didn't find out about them until after we were married. So I felt deceived.
Well, you were.
Yeah. So
Okay.
Here I am now, 36. I want to be married, but listening to you, I'm understanding now, like, wow, I have to take a step back and understand that. And I'm not going, I've been around the 300, 400,000, millionaires. I've been around them in an insurance industry, but I never really understood. I was raised by my father, who didn't teach me these kinds of things. So is there any way possible for people who just, I know that you're doing it, but how do you start over? What do you do? I'm 36.
What do you want?
I want to be married.
Okay, I get that. And then after that?
I want to build a life with someone.
And what does that mean?
That means I want more children. And
let's start getting to the specifics, because a lot of you ladies just talk in vague terms. I want to be married. I want to build. What do you want? You want to be married? How many more kids do you want?
1, maybe 2.
How old is your child?
10.
1, maybe 2.
Yes.
You know what comes next? Do you want to have to work to pay significant bills after you're pregnant?
I'm not totally against going back into the workforce after I have my son, or daughter or child. I'm not against it 100%.
Do you want to have to work to pay significant bills? Yeah. See how you keep being vague, and I'm going to make you be specific. What do you want?
No, if I don't have to, absolutely not.
All right. So, you know my questions. How tall are you?
36.
No. That's how old you are. How tall are you?
Oh, 5'11".
Dress size?
14.
You knew that was coming. Come on, Ma. Nobody's marrying a 6-foot woman who weighs more than they do and putting them in the house and they ain't got to work.
Yeah.
Seriously, at 36. Do you not think that's a lot to ask for?
I said I don't mind going back.
See, the difference between saying I don't mind means you really do mind, because you don't want to have to do it. And see, you ladies need to start being honest. You don't want to have to work. And you feel some kind of way that your first marriage didn't work. Okay, I get it. But the next man ain't got nothing to do with the first man.
I agree.
So you want to be married. Well, guess what a man who marries you gonna have to be?
What?
A stepfather.
Okay.
How many men want to do that? They're making the kind of money you was talking about.
Not a lot.
A lot. So here comes the hard question. Could you marry and respect a man making $40,500 for the rest of his life?
I could, if he had goals, visions, and dreams.
You can't
to build
make this
it.
shit up. Every
to
time.
Build upon it. To build
every
upon it.
time. You can't make it up, people. You saw where it was going. Every time I ask a woman this question, the answer is always yeah, but, which means, yeah, I'll accept him if he's here as long as he'll make more later. I said for the rest of his lifetime. Because that's what the median the salary of a black man makes. And the answer is what? No, I could not respect him.
Yeah, I could. I could.
You,
Yeah, I could respect them, to be honest with you. I could respect them.
husbandly respect.
Husbandly respect.
Husbandly
Here's why.
submission. Okay, so okay. Let's see. Let's test it.
Yeah. Here's why though.
Hold on. Time out. I get to it my way. Husbandly submission. So, that means, do you make more than that?
Yes.
All right. So that means you'd be all right with being, because at 36 you can't go back to making what you did at 23.
I was making less at 23.
Of course, that's why I said you can't go back.
Okay.
So my point is, every dollar that gets spent in the family, you're going to be having to put in your percentage, and he's going to put in his percentage. And one of the major problems in relationships is money. And it's one thing to say it on the YouTube channel, but let's say, let's just say I don't want to get too much in your personal business. Let's just say you're making $80,000. That means every dollar that gets spent, you spending 66 cents out of it. If you drive a Mercedes, does he get a Mercedes too?
We share.
No. If you have two cars, you have a Mercedes because you make it 80. Does he get a car that he's making at 40, or does he get a Mercedes too?
We share.
What does that mean?
We have a Mercedes and we'll have an Altima or something like that.
But who's driving the Ultima? Who's driving the Ultima?
We gonna alternate.
Okay. The financial issue is going to be big.
Yeah.
It's going to be big. And see, you need to make more, and I'll tell you why you need to make more. Because you're bringing in somebody else's child.
Okay.
So the question is, this is the unfortunate part when relationships break up, because through no fault of your own or whatever, your husband had 2 kids. I get it. But because you make more money, your estimation of what you want is still higher than what most men make.
Okay.
And there will be conflict. A financial conflict is on the horizon, because when I asked, you said as long as he's willing to do this or do that, which really means I want him to try to up his income. True. That's really what that means. And why do you want him to up his income?
Because I believe that a marriage should be something that you are building together. So like, even if I come into the relationship making more money, but I have a drive, a goal, a vision, or likewise him, and we can build that thing together, then I don't care if you're making 40,000 right now. That's not where we're staying. You're going to support me in my goal and my vision, and I'm going to support you in your goal and your vision.
Yeah, you just gave exactly the formula for disaster.
Okay.
I'm just telling you, you're talking like a man.
Okay.
This is what guys get. Masculine women who want to be talking about whose goal, that ain't nothing. That's not your part. You're 36.
Yes.
Go back to your grandmother, your great-grandmother. My grandmother out-earned my grandfather. She didn't talk nothing like you talking about.
Okay.
She wasn't on this, he's goal and my goal and we going to do this. She made the chicken.
Okay.
So the issue is really, all right. Do you understand why I say you're coming at this from a masculine position?
I do. And another reason why I'm listening to you, Kevin, is because I was raised by my father. So I know I have a lot of masculine tendencies. My father didn't teach me certain things. I had to learn along the way. And so learning from you, I'm really learning, like I have to really tap into my feminine side, because I'm a go-getter.
What is a man if a man ain't a paycheck, what is he?
He's a companion. He is someone I can confide in, someone that I can trust and build with.
If that's the case, then why do you need him to be on this purpose and gold and build and all this other stuff? See, I have to ask you those questions, but what it really is, a man to you first is money, is a provider. And that's fine. But unfortunately, most men don't earn the kind of money you're talking about. Neither do most women. Did your ex-husband make more than you?
No.
Well, what the French toast are you talking about? You married him younger and gave him a baby, and you want a Negro to come along later with your size 14 and 6 feet tall, making that ain't even fair. That ain't even close to being fair. I mean, we had the running back, and now we got the tight end over here talking shit. I mean, y'all are crazy.
Well, I was making less money and he was making more money at the time because I was younger and he's 7 years older than I am. So he was making more money.
Right. So the fact of the matter is he got the better deal, and now you're older, and now you want to flip the deal. And you're like, well, I want to make more. No. Nope. Not going to work. No, man. And it's
Okay.
this whole masculine thing, feminine thing, that ain't. I feel sorry for a lot of sisters who do this because you want a man who's earning outside of what most men earn. And men want something for that. They want something for that because they know what that's worth. And I think you are being honest and saying honestly, you know that, I would say, I don't know how long your marriage broke up, but it sounds like you kind of soured on men.
No, I'm not
No. I didn't say, I didn't mean you don't. You didn't, that if a man is not providing, that's going to be big because you're not as young as you used to be. You've tasted a different standard of life, and the truth is, you want a man to have what you want and more. That's natural. That's how women have evolved. Unfortunately, I cannot snap and make more men that way. So you're going to have to compete for that kind of man, and most of those men do not want to be a stepfather. They want young wives who they can build their own family with. So if you find another husband, I think it would be remiss to just cut off all men. This is why I say you ladies need to lower your standard to your sexual marketplace value. That's where your standard should be, because that's what men are looking at women as, your sexual marketplace value. Okay. I appreciate it. All right, have a good night. Yeah, man. Y'all know how that go. Ladies only think men, if he ain't got no money, it ain't good enough for me. Who's a man making that kind of money? Those men want something. And see, the unfortunate part is, well, she was right. Her dad didn't teach her that. Okay. Men still want it. Men still want fit, feminine, friendly, cooperative, and submissive. Childless. That's what they want. Especially men who are earning at the top 15% of our earnings, $75,000 more. They are going to get it. Those are my hit squad guys. And the guys who are straight up high value men, they're going to get everything they want. And the number one thing that all women can work on is your fitness. There is no excuse, unless you got a doctor's note, for you walking around as a woman weighing more than a man at your height. Absolutely not.
I got beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, lamb, rams, hogs, dogs, chicken, turkeys, rabbits, you name it!
You got to understand, ladies, that men aren't being shallow for wanting women. And let me explain something. A man wants to be able to pick you up and carry you across the marital threshold. Can a man pick you up? If your man can't pick you up without straining, you weigh too much. He needs to be able to scoop you up and keep it moving. If he can't pick you up, smaller women get bigger rings, ladies.
In conclusion, this thought-provoking conversation between Kevin Samuels and the 36-year-old caller reveals an important imbalance in the demands and requirements of men and women within relationships. While men's expectations tend to revolve around qualities that women can actively control, such as fitness, femininity, and submissiveness, women's demands often center around factors that are not easily changeable for men, such as their earning power or tax bracket. This realization prompts us to reflect on the significance of understanding and acknowledging the differing perspectives and challenges faced by both genders. It underscores the importance of finding a balance and fostering mutual respect in order to build successful and fulfilling relationships. By recognizing the simplicity of men's requirements and the inherent difficulties in meeting certain societal expectations, we can approach relationships with a greater sense of empathy and understanding. This can lead to more harmonious connections, where both parties feel valued and appreciated for their unique contributions. Thanks for watching, and be sure to let me know your thoughts on the call in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the Relationship Report for more thought-provoking content. See you in the next one.